Hello everybody, this is Thursday, this is Comic Book Hangover, and it's time for I just realized this before I was getting ready to record this. This is the 99th episode of my weekly haul, weekly review videos. So I've been doing this for 99 weeks. This is actually pretty cool. I'm actually really excited about it. So next week is going to be the 100th episode. I don't have anything really planned. I don't know what I could even do. We'll see if anything happens, but the chances are it's just going to be, another weekly episode. So let's just jump into some comic books here, shall we? Let's talk about some of the books that I picked up last week. And I'm going to go through all of them, try to say something about all of them, but a few of them I want to talk about in some detail. So let's just go through Savage Avengers number, 21? I got it because Ghost Rider was in it. It was Savage Avengers. Ended up with, an older version of Ghost Rider riding a giant spider with a flaming head. Kind of stupid. I don't know. To me, it was stupid. The whole idea of multiple Ghost Riders, I'm done. I'm tired of it. I don't like it at all. I did enjoy issue 4 of Nocterra. This is a very entertaining series. I do recommend it. Something different there. Jenny Zero number 2, also very fun. Here's actually something that's interesting. Check this out. I noticed this. Jenny Zero has purple everywhere, and then last week's issue of Deep Beyond was also a heavily purple issue. Now I love this cover. Mirka Andolfo just does an amazing job, both inside and outside of the books that she works on. But this is an amazing cover. But I just thought it was kind of cool how you had two different books, from two totally different publishers, and they kind of copied each other with the color scheme on their books. So that was kind of cool. Batman: The Adventures Continue, Season 2, number 1. This was actually kind of shocking. Now, this is introducing the Court of Owls into the DC animated universe by way of the Batman the Animated Series. But the big shocker for this issue was the death of longtime Batman the Animated Series character, Mayor Hill. I mean, he'd been in there since, I believe, since the first episode. But he's not around anymore. And that was really kind of shocking. He got attacked, and I thought, he got attacked, he was gonna, recover like they always do, but then they showed him put the sheet over his head and talk about how he was killed. And it's just like, wow. I mean, he's always just been there, This is one that came out a few weeks ago. I decided to finally check it out. Black Friday. This was actually a very good series. This issue I enjoyed very much. It takes place in a store on Black Friday. And while some of it is a little confusing to try to figure out, the gist of it is a portal to hell or something opens up in this store, and these demons or monsters or something try to get out. And it's the people who work at the store trying to figure out a way to stop this whole invasion from this other world. But this is a really good book. I was really surprised at it. I do recommend it. If you're in the mood for a different sort of horror comic book, definitely check Black Friday out. It is from Scout Comic, their Black Caravan imprint. Issue 3 is actually out next week, but you should still be at my LCS. Issues 1 and 2 are still on the shelves, still cover price, and still very much highly recommended. It's just some great stuff. In the last 2, Basilisk from Boom Studios, written by Cullen Bunn. This was a great read. I picked it up just sort of on a whim. I like Cullen Bunn. I know he's not always top tier, but man, when this guy knocks it out of the park, he knocks it out of the park, and this is it. Focus on these characters that you see on the cover. I'm assuming they're all sort of basilisks. To some extent, the title concept there, and they each have a different power. And this one focuses on this issue. The series, I think, is going to focus on her, and she is a basilisk that will. Always has to keep her eyes closed. And you find out in this issue. I don't want to give it away, but you find out in this issue why she has to keep her eyes closed. And so you've got people who are trying to stop them, people who are trying to find them and use them or whatever, but there's a lot of really good stuff going on in this book. I don't know if it's a mini series or an ongoing series, but I know one thing for sure. I am in this for the long haul. Cullen Bunn has another hit on his hands. This book is amazing. If it's still available at your LCS, issue 1, I do recommend, highly, highly recommend it. And speaking of highly recommending, I'm not sure what more I could say about this. The Nice House on the Lake. This, actually, you know what? This is something that a lot of people are talking about this, but not many people are saying what the book is about. This is an end of the world book. And I figure that since, it's been out for a week, I can give a little bit of things away here. You have this guy who's kind of weird, who knows, throughout, the years, met up with different people. And so he loses touch with them, and then finally he gets in touch with them all again by way of email and says, I want you all to come to this house on the lake that I have. We're going to have a good time, just kind of get away from it all. And it's also established that when he met one of the female characters in the book, when they first met, they were talking about how the world would end. And that's sort of like laying down the groundwork, the foundation of this story. So he gets all these people to this lake house, and then, they see this is amazing. They love it there. It's great. But then they get online and they realize the world is coming to an end. And this guy who brought them out there isn't exactly who or what he claims to be. So that's all I'm going to say about it. It's James Tynion. If you love Something is Killing the Children, if you love his run on Batman, just do it. Just buy this book. If it's still available at your LCS, I know a lot of stores ordered handfuls of copies of this issue, and so they should be readily available at cover price. The variant cover may not be cover price, but if you can get the regular cover is just amazing. Kind of reminds me of some of the old school Vertigo stuff they used to do back in the day. But that is a great series. It's a 12-issue maxi series through DC. I think their Black Label imprint, which just kind of took the place of the Vertigo line. Great stuff. So, and before I get into what I picked up this week, I am going to have a full run Friday tomorrow. And actually, instead of saying I don't know what we're gonna do, there's series that every week I seem to do this, but I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do Mars Attacks this week. I have a whole load of Mars Attacks books, and what the hell? Let's just do Mars Attacks and see how that one turns out. Now I'm gonna tell you some of the Mars Attacks books I have, the plastic on them, because when IDW first did it, they had the cards, and a different kind of ink or whatever, and they would always wrinkle up the plastic bags you put in. I don't know how to stop that. I think putting a board in it seems to help some of them. They're not all bagged and boarded, but some of the bags on those issues are going to be wrinkled up. It's not the comic, it's the bag, so don't freak out too much. So that said, tomorrow 3 p.m. that's going to go live. I'm actually going to have to record that tonight because tomorrow is my birthday, and we're probably going to be busy throughout the day. I know the missus says we're not going to be busy till 3 o'clock, but you know how these things go. We're going to end up being busy the whole day. So I'm trying to get as much done today as I can. So tomorrow, Mars Attacks, full run Friday. You get to see all the Mars Attacks books that I have in my collection. It's not a complete collection by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a pretty sizable collection. I hope you tune in and I hope you enjoy it. Now, let's show off the books that I got this week. This first one is, again, my LCS does these drawings. So they do give away various books every week. And I don't win them every week, but it is kind of cool when I do. And I did win last week Challenge of the Super Sons #1 variant cover, which is cool because I've been kind of curious about this book. So I'm going to definitely be reading this. I haven't had a chance to yet, but I'm definitely going to be reading this. And if I enjoy it, because I am enjoying Robin. There's a good chance that I'll enjoy that just as much as I'm enjoying Robin. So also this week, Mighty Morphin #8. I'm always enjoying these Mighty Morphin books. And one of my new very favorite series, issue 3 of Geiger. Now this one, I'm trying not to buy more than one cover for these books, and Geiger, they seem to have a handful of covers every issue. And fortunately, by the time I got down to my LCS, all but 2 of them were gone, but I still had a tough time deciding which one. So I had to enlist my son, my 6-year-old, to help me decide which cover to pick. And he said he liked this one the most. So this is the one that I got. So thank you, Torin. I also grabbed the first issue of Bunny Mask. Very interesting cover, very interesting concept. And second issue of Black Friday. And next week, I'll have the 3rd issue of Black Friday, and then I'm going to have to go a month before I get another issue. It's going to kind of suck. And then I also got Mad Magazine, issue 20. It's the Godzilla vs. Kong issue. Now, this is kind of cool. I could talk about this now because, you know, it's not really a comic book. Now, Mad Magazine, I'm a huge fan of Mad. I love old school Mad. The problem that I had with Mad was, before they ended the original run and they relaunched it with issue 1, every issue seemed to be nothing more than bashing President Trump. And I'm okay with bashing, politicians and making fun of them and mocking them. But the way Mad Magazine used to do it was always in good fun. It was just, just nice ribbing. It wasn't bashing. It was just making fun of it, just mocking and, that sort of thing. But it got kind of hateful. And it was just like every issue was like, let's see how much hate we can share about this man, this evil man that we don't like in the White House. So I lost all interest in it. Now what happened was they ended the original run of Mad Magazine and they relaunched it. And the relaunch sort of morphed into reprints. So all you get in Mad Magazine now are reprints. And now, granted, they do reprint stuff from like 2015 and 2019 and 2018, the lame newer stuff, but they put a lot of great classic stuff in here. And even Spy vs. Spy. And this issue here, Spy vs. Spy fans, this issue reprints one of the rare Spy vs. Spy strips. Yes, there was a 3rd spy, and everybody's familiar with the black spy and the white spy. The 3rd spy was a woman who looked very human, blonde hair, very buxom, very, very attractive woman. And she was a gray spy, and she kind of represented neutrality. And she was always the one that was getting both the black and the white spy. So if you're interested in some Spy versus Spy action, definitely check out this issue of Mad Magazine. If you're a fan of the Godzillas and the King Kongs and Godzilla versus King Kong, that's pretty much all this issue has is reprints of great Godzilla and King Kong material. So good stuff there. All right. So that's it. That's what I got this week. I'm going to get into that Mars Attacks Full Run Friday, which will go live tomorrow at 3 p.m. here on my channel. And then next week, of course, we're going to have the 100th episode of my weekly haul. I guess it's time to come up with a name for this series that I have. I've got 100 of them, and I don't even have a name for it. I just get on here and I do these. So I guess I'm going to start looking for and thinking about a name for this series. May as well. Better late than never, right? So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. If you like what I'm doing here, as always, please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff. Hit that notification button down below so you can be made aware of when I'm doing new videos. And because I do these every Thursday, and now I do the Full Run Fridays every Friday. And yeah, that's all I've got for you. So we'll see you tomorrow with Full Run Friday, and next week with the 100th installment of my weekly haul and review video show. I'll see you all later. Have a good one.